Finishing in number 10, Joey Frazier with the run and block. Number 9, Nathan Faust in hang time. Number 8, Jacob Shepard, the alcohol addiction retapped. Number 7, Clay Chastain in a fistful of dollars. Alan Matt Kane in number 6 with the Mad Max. Top 5 are like this. Renee Theobald in the number 5 position with Pretty Wicked. Jesse Petro, Buckeye Holler in 4, and in number 3, Kathy's Complaint. Wayne Timmerman ends up in the number 2 spot in the class, and that brings us to our champion.
Kristie and Brent Secrest. Nothing easy about it. Your 2022 two-wheel drive champions. 2 wins, a second, and 1/3. The seed was planted a full year before in the hollow Wood County sod. After a respectable 10th on Thursday night that kept the fledgling title dreams alive, Kristie Secrest plowed the entire Bowling Green field under on Saturday afternoon with their very first Grand National win. This year, the team rolled with the punches through the season's first month, alternating middling finishes of 7th, 11th, 10th, and 7th, with high-dollar prizes from 3rd, 4th, and 2nd. And then in Brandenburg, Brent added his very own first Grand National win. At the time, the team trailed only the Petros Buckeye Hauler, and then Kristie's follow-up win in Rockwell on Thursday pushed Easy into first. A 17th on Saturday knocked them back behind Buckeye and stablemate Kathy's Complaint. Neither truck a stranger to closing out championships. But again, Bowling Green smiled on the Secrest as none of the 3 Petro vehicles cracked the top 25 on Thursday, and Kristie hung on to 16th to pull ahead once more. Saturday's afternoon Hooks Point rainout gave the hopeful seed its last chance of water, and it blossomed into Secrest's first championship. Your 2022 two-wheel drive champions, Kristie and Brent Secrest.
Good evening, and what a great honor to be up here. Our season almost never happened. At a region show in Blanchard, Michigan, I heard our motor. Thinking it was something very minimal, we went on with life as usual, knowing that our first Grand National Points show was the following week, and we intended to leave for Toma, Wisconsin on Wednesday. Brent got back home Tuesday from trucking and began servicing the pull-in truck. He discovered major damage to the motor. He came to my place of employment and told me the news and said, "Cancel your vacation. Our season's over before it starts." After a few phone calls, Brent was headed to the shop with a motor later that evening. He came home at midnight, got a few hours of sleep, and was back at the shop the next morning in the wee hours putting the new motor in. And we made it to Toma. We have so many people to thank. First, Ralph and Lizzie Hunt. Our season wouldn't have happened without you. Thank you for all you have done for us. To our crew, Shane Slusser, Corey Slusser, Tom Judy, Jerry Burke, we thank you. Special friends, advice givers, and my personal PR rep, Russ and Kelly Nichols, Ray and Jake Shepard, Donnie Sullivan, Marty and Sissy Clock, Tom, Sue, Luke, Candy, and R.L. Eisman, Phil and Becky Curtis and Bowden, and Todd and Terry Feiss, we thank you. To the ladies who have encouraged me from the beginning, Kelly Nichols, Terry Feiss, Renee Theobald, and all of my sisters, you know who you are, I thank you. And to the people who keep us going, Ken Vinny Industries, Dave Hebe Heberlin, Supercharger Systems, Inc., Larry and Lisa Peterson at Profab, Brian Knox, Brad and Les Corporal at Modern Machine, Robert, Russ, and Kelly Nichols at Nichols Precision Tire Cutting, Randy Curbitus at Diamond Piston, we thank you. To our sponsors, Sajax Transport, Hot Shot Secret, Lockwood Performance, McAfee Recycling, we thank you. To my husband, you're an amazing crew chief, thank you for your guidance, patience, encouragement, and even your lectures when I needed them. I love you. I'm so proud of us. To the NTPA, we thank you. I can't wait to see what is coming for this season and to continue living our dreams. In closing, I just want to say, sometimes there's just nothing easy about it.
Our two-wheel drive puller of the year, sponsored by Kent and Joan Enderly at Memorial Pull-Off, Simi Valley, California. Ladies and gentlemen, your two-wheel drive puller of the year, Brent and Kristie Secrest.
Well, I guess I get to do this one. We are truly blessed to be up here. And to quote Mr. Theobald, I got to thank my wife, first and foremost. As Kristie said, our season almost never happened. And to that, I want to thank Ralph and Liz Hunt. They've done a ton for us this year to make this season even happen. And I also want to say thanks to all our sponsors. Without them, we couldn't do none of this. The tire cutters, Russ and Kelly and Robert, SSI, Ken Vinny. It takes a huge team of people to keep one of these trucks going. Anything in this motorsport takes a lot of time, a lot of dedication, and a lot of money. And especially a lot of money. All of you know that. I also want to thank NTPA and for having our class, all the promoters. Thanks to all of them. I like to see what 2023 brings for us. And I do want to say one last thing. I want to thank Larry Richwine for all his years of service. Anytime I ever had a question, he always was there to answer them. No matter what time it was, you call him, you text him, he was there. And then I also want to thank Randy Petro for being a tough competitor, because if it wasn't for him, we would have never put the effort into trying to make a championship team out of us. So thanks, everyone.